Hi, everybody, and welcome to my walkthroughs with VR. I call this a walk through the land of VR because so many people have heard about virtual reality, but they don't understand what it is, what they can do with it, where business is concerned. So, I am going to be doing a whole bunch of videos and shorts, just letting you see what's out there, some of the vendors I use. I'm going to let you guys know what you can go ahead and download, sign up with for free, as well as there are going to be some paid options. And we're just going to learn all about virtual reality on this channel. Okay. So here is one of my favorite vendors, Engage VR. And you can get to their website by going to engagevr.io. A lot of the different websites for virtual reality have a .io address. So please make sure you're not putting .com because you'll end up somewhere else. So Engage, they have a lot of tabs at the top, but I started here so you can see their virtual classroom solutions. And this is an example of a virtual classroom that you can create. So this is a desert scene with an oasis and pyramids and rocks and things like that. And it makes it more engaging if you're using a virtual classroom, but it doesn't actually look like a classroom. It's more relaxing. There's a greater feel for engagement when you do that. It creates an experience. Okay. And people always remember experiences much better than they do just traditional blah, 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 blah. So the more engaging you can make your class material, the more your students will retain the information and perform. So we're going to go down, and they do have some traditional environment. So this is a classroom. You have classrooms that are like college, university classrooms. I've been in a classroom like this, sat in those seats when I was doing my undergrad, and it's just blah. Okay. And I definitely would have been more engaged if I were in a virtual space for it. It could have been traditional like this, but I prefer some of the other environments that I'll show you if you keep tuning in. And it just shows you here that you can customize these virtual spaces. You can do so many things. So I'll be doing examples, just showing you the power of this Engage VR platform. And then you have an extensive educational content library. Okay. So they have so many different things that you can learn. You also have universities that are in here, I'll be sharing with you. They have interactive things. So, like, I went to school for undergrad and I have a degree in chemistry. There's actually a chemistry experiment that you can do inside of there that I remember actually doing in a chemistry class. And the beauty of it is that you don't have to worry about anything exploding or anything dangerous. You get to have practical learning in a very, very safe environment. Okay. They even have stuff, if you want to be a nurse, you can actually do a demo of how to get a newborn breathing as soon as they're born. I mean, isn't that amazing? I just love this platform. I really, really do. And so you have secure and scalable solutions here. They have different levels. So I encourage you to go in and sign up for the free version, but there is a plus version, and there's also an enterprise version for when you start to learn it a little bit more from what I'll be showing you all. Then you can more custom get more customized environments for different things that you want to do. And for large corporations, there are quite a few that are in here, and they do amazing things. So let me actually see um, the digital twin section so that you can see this. Okay. So what this is this is a digital twin of one of the Kia stores. You recognize that brand of vehicle. They have a store that looks like this. So there's a virtual version of it. And I like this. I actually, because I experienced the brand, within the virtual space, when I see a Kia, it stands out more. So that's what you want to do. If you are doing anything, you want to make sure people have an experience so that your brand will stand out more. Okay. And so as we come down, you have digital twins of different things. This right here is a metro station. So imagine your public transportation that you actually go ahead and ride on. Let's say there's a city you want to travel to and you're not familiar with their public transportation system. They can actually create a digital twin of it so that you can experience it, so that when you get into the city, you're comfortable. Over to the right here, this is part of that Kia office where you can sit down. They have avatars that you can click on that give you information about the brand. You're going to see different things on the screens that's going to show you what the vehicles look like. And they actually have, well, I'll show you soon what they have. That's my favorite thing. Okay. Um, you have warehouses that they can create here if they want to make a twin of that. You also have a hospital bed here. There's small hospital procedures that you can do as a demo. This one is a laboratory. I think Pfizer is the company that I saw this in. Everybody's familiar with Pfizer. That is a huge pharmaceutical brand, and they are in Engage. Can you believe it? And so, yeah, see, here it is right here, Pfizer. And that's just to tell you how much time I spend in Engage to see the different updates and get ideas and things on how I can help my corporate clients. Okay. So here it lets you know the 5 key benefits of digital twins for enterprises. So you do have enhanced training and development. So digital twins create realistic, immersive environments for training, and they really do. They really, really do. You have improved remote collaboration. Sometimes you have people and teams in different parts of a city, different places in the country, or different places on the globe, on different continents, and they can feel as though they have a connection. Because if you're in a lab and you're where I am in Atlanta, Georgia, and you're collaborating with the UK office and someone can come in there, you guys can sit next to each other in the form of the avatar and have a conversation just like you would as if you packed your bags, flew all the way to their office and met in a meeting room. Okay. Which brings me to the third key benefit, which is cost efficiency. So you don't have to have a physical office for every single thing that you want to do. And every type of training that you have does not require someone to get on a plane to do it. Okay. We have a lot of companies that cut budgets, especially after COVID. And it also keeps people from having to be concerned with time in the same way. So, for instance, you getting up in the morning, trying to get dressed, you make sure you got everything packed, you have your ticket, you're running to go through the TSA and all these different things. All of that is time. It's so much easier to come into your home office, put on your headset, and you can arrive, 10, 15 minutes early for whatever you have to do. And you're much more calm and peaceful when you're delivering your information. You have increased innovation. So you get to experiment. Whatever comes to mind, you can create the environment for it that works for your industry. You have a lot of people that are very, very creative. One of the creative things that I've seen that's good for team building is a scavenger hunt. And that's something that sometimes a company may pay for people to travel to. Once again, that cost efficiency. They would travel to there, it would be set up, it would be outside, which is wonderful. And I think companies should still do that. But you can also do this in VR, which means you can do it more frequently. And the last one is scalability and flexibility. Okay. So you can scale your operation using this. Let's say you want to see what it looks like if you were to make your building a little bigger, add on some things, see how that would work. There's a lot of logistics that goes into construction and expansion and things like that. You have the ability to make a virtual version of it and experience it and see, well, how does this work? How does the flow of traffic work? If I have this number of people occupying the building, how do I need to have these things set up so that they can move around? Just a thought. Okay. So let's see if I can find my favorite experience that's in here. I'm going to look. And if you come to the website, you just go across all these different tabs and it will show you things that Engage has done. Okay. So I thought it was readily right here, but I will tell you what it is. And you can go inside and see it. Okay. And I will show it to you on another video. And we're going to go back to Kia. And they actually have what's called an Eco Island, where you can drive one of their cars. They have two settings. They have the slow one, which I highly recommend that one. Then they have the one that goes faster. Now, if you're not used to the VR environment, you might feel a little nausea from the movement because your body is sitting still, but your brain is trying to reconcile that you feel like you're moving. Okay. So you have to take your time. And whenever you're getting into something and you're new to it, always try the slow version first, and then you can work your way up once you get used to it. So you can actually drive in one of their vehicles. You can pick whatever color you want. And they also have scooters, they had jet skis and things like that. And I think it's wonderful for the public as well as for the employees. Imagine being an employee, you work at a corporation, and there is a world dedicated to your company. And you can go in there and you got other coworkers in there, and you guys are driving the cars or you're on the scooter or whatever it is you want to do. It may not even be work hours. You're just in there having fun. You're bought into the brand and you're enjoying time with your coworkers in a no pressure environment. You're getting a chance to socialize and get to know each other better. You don't have to get personal in there. You're just enjoying yourself. I think it's a brilliant thing. Definitely take time to check this out. And that is where we're going to end today. So hopefully you'll tune into the next video. I'm going to be going through all these different apps, all these different things. And we're not going to just do business. We're going to also talk about some leisure things. Okay. So if you do not have a VR headset right now, not a problem. Engage, you can download it on your iPhone. Go into the App Store and you will see the icon. It looks just like this. And go ahead and download it and get started. They do have a free version. Okay, so you don't have to worry about paying just to see what it's like. You also have the ability to download it on your computer. Right here it says download. You're just going to go to engagevr.io and really try this out. There's no risk involved. It's going to have a limited amount of environments in the free version. If you like what you see, then you can try the plus. Okay. The plus has about 145 different environments. So yeah, it has a lot in there. Okay. And they have really big brands. Some you recognize like 3M, Lenovo. You'll see these things. And then you have University of Miami in there. It's so much. And I'm going to share as much of it with you as I can. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.